Welcome to the Tech Show. I'm Sonia Gavankar, and this week we have an app to order temporary grandkids. We look at the top competitors to the iPhone and Pixel, and we visit the first VR-enabled elder care homes. All that and more coming up on the Tech Show. And now it's time for the latest. The fight between pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong and the Chinese government is now playing out on the internal message boards of one of the world's largest tech companies. Google employees have set off a fiery company-wide debate in recent days by posting messages of solidarity with Hong Kong protesters in mailing lists and message boards visible to Google's roughly 100,000 employees. Many are frustrated with the company's decision to remove a pro-Hong Kong protester mobile game, The Revolution of Our Times, from the Google Play Store and feel the company should have handled the situation differently. A Google spokesperson wrote in a statement to Recode, "We have a long-standing policy prohibiting developers from capitalizing on sensitive events, such as attempting to make money from serious ongoing conflicts or tragedies through a game. After careful review, we found this app to be violating that particular policy and suspended it, as we have done with similar attempts to profit from other high-profile events such as earthquakes, crisis, suicide, and conflicts." Google is just one of several tech companies that have made controversial decisions related to the protests in Hong Kong. Recently, video game company Blizzard banned a prominent player who voiced support for the Hong Kong protests. Although they reinstated the player's prize money and reduced his suspension time following public outcry, and a dozen employees walked out of work over the issue. Apple also recently pulled a pro-Hong Kong protester map tool from its App Store, citing concerns that it could enable attacks on Chinese police. President Trump took a few moments out of his day to speak with NASA astronauts Christina Koch and Jessica Meir, who are currently conducting the first all-female spacewalk in history on the outside of the International Space Station. While speaking with the pair, Trump mistakenly suggested this was the first female spacewalk ever, a point the astronauts corrected him on. "This is the first time for a woman outside of the space station," Trump said. He later added, "You're amazing people. They're conducting the first ever female spacewalk to replace an exterior part of the space station. They're doing some work, and they're doing it in a very high altitude, an altitude that very few people will ever see." In her response, Meir made it clear that they were building on the work of many previous women who had spacewalked before them. Quote, "We don't want to take too much credit because there have been many other female spacewalkers before," Meir said. "This is the first time that there's been two women outside at the same time. In the history of spaceflight, only 15 women have ever spacewalked, including Meir and Cook." Astronauts in space have lightly corrected the president during a phone call before. In 2017, Trump asked NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson when she thought astronauts would head to Mars, just after signing a new authorization bill for NASA that outlined the timeline for that. Quote, "Well, I think your bill directed it'll be approximately in the 2030s, Whitson replied at the time. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Over 70 years of experience in heart and aviation, the members of the Association of Flight Attendants know the realities of the aircraft cabin better than anyone. We don't just serve drinks, we save lives. We don't just negotiate contracts, we move major policy issues like the smoking ban, no knives on planes, clean water, and safe food on board. The air we breathe matters, and we stop the spraying of poisonous pesticides. The Association of Flight Attendants. Stronger together, better together.
I've always been very healthy. I've never been sick a day in my life, and all of a sudden, my balance went kaput. I found it very difficult to do certain things, and Nyla came along and my problems were solved. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Papa is a company that connects college students to older adults for companionship, assistance, and transportation. Papa's mission is to support seniors throughout the aging journey. And we found that there's really nothing between I'm completely fine and I'm sick in bed. And we thought that was weird.
I do those little things in between what a nurse would do and what they're able to do, like grocery shopping, cleaning, just hanging out sometimes.
She has dusted, she's vacuumed.
Every year, Motor Trend picks one new car, truck, and SUV to earn the prestigious honor of being named the best on the market. So why are these the best of the best? What do they mean for car buyers? And what are the top automotive trends right now? We are joined by Motor Trend's executive editor, Mark Recton, with those answers. Hi, Mark.
Okay, Motor Trend is proud to announce the 2020 Motor Trend Car, Truck, and SUV of the Year winners. It came from a packed field, 81 vehicles strong, which we tested over the period of 2 months at manufacturer proving grounds and out on the open road. The 2020 Motor Trend Car of the Year is the Chevrolet Corvette, which produces European supercar levels of performance, but at a Chevrolet price. It's incredible, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for a car costing right around $60,000. It's incredible. If you wanted that performance out of a European supercar, it would cost 5-6 times as much. And yet, moving it into a mid-engine location has made the Chevrolet Corvette that much more impressive a vehicle in terms of its handling. The 2020 Motor Trend Truck of the Year is the Ram Heavy Duty 2500-3500 series. And usually, the cars of this ilk, trucks of this ilk, get you to a point where you can tow pretty much anything you want. So it's not so much how much it tows, but it's how it tows it. Do you have that confidence taking it up the grade, taking it down the grade? The Ram is flawless. Then you get inside the Ram and the interior is opulent. It feels like a mobile office on wheels, and all for the same price as the competitive trucks. Then you look at Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the Kia Telluride. Manufactured in West Point, Georgia, the Telluride is a fantastic value story for anybody looking for 3 rows of transport for all their kids and their stuff. Not only is it priced right from $32 grand to start, it comes with all the features and benefits that you'd ever want. Great road manners, incredible interior fitments. It feels like you're sitting inside a millionaire's ranch house. It's something that really was a surprise to the panel, extremely well executed. If you want to know more about the winners, all the competitors, and any sort of other comparison tests that we've created for these vehicles, you want to go to motortrend.com, or you can go to the App Store and download the Motor Trend app.
After the break, get ready to take some notes on gifts that will trend this holiday season. We'll be back with more. For millions of Americans, Thanksgiving means turkey, parades, family, and the road trip to reach it all. Tech expert and founding member of the News Lab at Google, LaToya Drake, has insights into the best and worst times for traffic, as well as tips for finding things to do with family and friends using Google Maps. Hello, LaToya.
Hi, Sonia. Good to talk to you.
What are the best and worst times for traffic during the Thanksgiving week?
Sure. Thanksgiving for many people is your favorite holiday of the year. Food, family, no gifts. But what really gets in the way of it being the wonderful holiday that it can be is the traffic and the crowds. For many of us, figuring out how to avoid them is going to be very important. Our friends on our search team have done a little bit of looking at the numbers and can tell you this. The worst time to leave will most likely be the Wednesday afternoon before Thanksgiving, between 3 and 4 p.m. Expect to sit in quite a bit of traffic. If you can swing it, Thursday morning at 6 a.m. is going to be the best day to travel. Now, when you're returning home, the worst days will likely be the Friday and the Sunday afternoon. If you can come back on a Saturday, you're going to avoid a little bit of traffic, which again is what we all want to do to make Thanksgiving the best holiday that we all know it can be.
If we are running late, what's the best way to share your ETA with loved ones and make sure there's some food left?
And I love this one. That's a great way to think about it. This is something that's available in Google Maps. Now, keep in mind, many times when we're traveling, we know exactly how to get there. We know the directions. It can be helpful to use maps because you can avoid traffic and do things like share your ETA. And all you have to do is, when you're in the map, you just click and you can share with whomever you need to so that they know exactly where you are and about what time to expect you. And again, this is taking, directions and a map system that you typically use to get the directions. And now we're using it to give some information to our loved ones so that, to your point, they hopefully save you some food.
And speaking of the meal, what if we want to try a new dish?
My family would say, be careful. We're not allowed to bring a dish that we've never prepared before to the holiday dinner. But if you are feeling ambitious, you maybe want to get in the kitchen beforehand and test these things out. If you've got a smart speaker in your kitchen, like many of us do, one example is the Nest Home Max. In a very hands-free way, you may say, hey Google, show me how to brine my turkey, or how can I make a very juicy turkey, or how can I make pumpkin pie? But the idea here is we're using technology in ways that are for a familiar holiday, but hopefully you're learning something new along the way.
What about entertaining your guests before and after the holiday meal?
Oh, for sure. Now, and we talked a little bit about maps in terms of getting from point A to point B. If that's all you use maps for, you may have missed something called the Explore tab. Now, you probably know your home area very well and you feel like you've lived there forever, you go back quite often, but in many cases there might be new restaurants that have opened, new events that are happening, popular attractions that you've not thought of. This is the Explore tab. You pop it open, whether you're home or even if you're traveling home and want to stop in a new city, it will give you all of that great information.
Where can we find out more?
Best place to visit is mappingthanksgiving.com. We've got lots of trend data and recommendations for you.
Thanks, LaToya, and happy holidays.
Same to you.
It's that time of the year when you're thinking about top gifts for those on your list as well as yourself. Digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong has you covered. Hi, Mario.
Here are my top gift picks for this holiday season. First up, the Samsung 8K QLED TV. This 65-inch set redefines high def to deliver true-to-life picture quality. It is Samsung's best TV ever, combining HDR picture quality and beautiful design. It also includes AI upscaling, which remasters content into stunning 8K. It's loaded with smart TV features like built-in streaming services, ambient mode so you can blend this TV into everyday core, and the slim One remote automatically detects and controls all compatible connected devices and features voice functionality. Just check out Samsung.com for all the best deals. You gotta see this in person. Next up, pad your holiday budget with Macari, the app where you can sell or buy almost anything. Just take a few pics of your item, add a description, set a price, your item is listed just like that. Hot things to list right now include toys, wearables, and kitchenware. Find Macari on the App Store and Google Play Store or on Macari.com. Now, a great gift idea for the kids is UB Tech Gmu Robot Mythical Series Firebot Kit. It teaches real-world STEM skills through fun and creative play with robots. Kids 8 and up can build and customize their own robot dragon and then code it to do all sorts of fun things. It's available at Target, Amazon, and ubtrobot.com, and it's just under $130. Finally, let your gift make a difference. Give to a cause that's important to you. One of mine is the Foundation Fighting Blindness, the world's leading private funder for research in blinding retinal diseases. Now, funding has been a driving force behind progress toward prevention, treatment, and cures, and research is vital because promising treatment is so close. You can help me and help others out by joining the fight this holiday season at fightingblindness.org. And if you need more details about everything, go to our website at allmoreinfo.com/topgifts.
Thanks, Mario. With the holidays right around the corner, a recent survey predicts that the 2019 holiday shopping season will bring in a record $136 billion in sales. The survey reveals some great ways to think about shopping this year as the holiday season is shorter than ever. Joining us today is industry analyst Rob Garf. Rob, thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here.
What are some of the takeaways from the recent survey, and what should we expect to see this holiday shopping season?
Yeah, you know, we saw early on that there's going to be a shortened holiday season, 6 fewer days between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we at Salesforce went out and surveyed 10,000 consumers to really understand how that's going to impact the consumer and what retailers are going to do. And one of the biggest things we saw is that retailers are really trying to drum up demand earlier and earlier. I mean, we've been seeing this phenomenon around discount chicken for a lot of years. So we're going to continue to see promotions, but they're looking for new and innovative ways to drum up demand, whether that's social exclusives or limited edition merchandise.
Now discuss brick-and-mortar stores versus online shopping. What should we expect to see this year?
We also, by the way, are seeing a big shift from the younger generation in the way they are shopping, right? So yes, they like the store, but they're going digital, they're going mobile, and they're also relying more heavily on social. So not only to get inspired, but actually to purchase it. I encourage you to check me out on Twitter, Retail Rob Garf. I'll be tracking this throughout the entire holiday season.
Thanks, Rob. We'll be right back with more of the Tech Show after this quick break.
Season after season, year after year, customers have found that when it comes to replacing their windows, there is only one company to call, Renewal by Andersen. Call 1-800-468-9503 now. So what makes Renewal by Andersen so good? Fibrex material, an innovative composite material exclusive to Andersen that provides strength and durability, far surpassing vinyl. In fact, it won't warp or bow over time like vinyl does. Get the window replacement solution proven to stand the test of time, plus the peace of mind that comes from a superior service experience. That's Renewal by Andersen. Call 1-800-468-9503 today and get 20% off your entire order with this exclusive TV offer. Again, that's 800-468-9503 for 20% off. Plus, get no money down, no interest, and no monthly payments for 12 months. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Call 1-800-468-9503 now.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Operators are standing by. Call 800-834-5874. That's 800-834-5874. Again, 800-834-5874. That's 800-834-5874.
We've been oohing and ahhing and maybe drooling a little over the new Google and Apple handheld miracles, but Chinese-based companies like Huawei and Xiaomi have been launching a quiet revolution with low-priced phones that include some of the most popular flagship features, plus some things Apple or Google won't give you at all. Phone Arena has more in this week's field test.
Chinese phone makers are growing their sales all across the globe, and they're doing that while Apple, Samsung, and the other mainstream phone makers are taking hits. Hello guys, Vic Christoph with Phone Arena here, and today we'll talk about the things that Chinese phones do that others don't. Huawei, despite having its phones banned in the United States over concerns for the company's close ties to the Chinese government and worries about potential spy risks, is on track to become the world's biggest phone maker in terms of unit sales in 2019. OnePlus, Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, all these companies are on the rise. And we have reviewed quite a few of the top phones from the best Chinese brands, and we think they've come a long way. They're not quite perfect yet, starting with the recent Xiaomi Mi Mix 3, a truly impressive smartphone, but one that will simply not deliver notifications to your lock screen. It's hard to explain those strange shortcomings, but it's also hard to argue against a price that is half that of an iPhone or a Galaxy. So what are some things that Chinese phone makers do much better than Apple and Samsung and that draw people to their phones? Let's find out. Number 1, a fast charger in the box. While Samsung is not guilty of this mischief, it is just ridiculous that Apple, which is selling its phones at the highest margin of all phone makers, will not even include a fast charger in the box and will force users to waste time and spend extra cash to buy a separate third-party fast charger. So what about Chinese phone makers? Well, take Huawei's latest flagship, the Mate 20 Pro. Yes, this is an expensive phone, but it also comes with the fastest charger ever used with a phone, an impressive 40-watt charger. But even $500 phones like the OnePlus 6T and Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 come with fast chargers. Mainstream phone makers can definitely take a page off that book. Number 2, case and screen protector in the box. You know what else comes included in the box with almost every smartphone out of China? A case, and often a pre-applied screen protector. The Mate 20, Mate 20 Pro, OnePlus 6T, Xiaomi Mi 8, Mi Mix 3, and even cheaper Redmi phones all come with a basic silicone case in the box. These are not your fancy pants leather cases, but they're quite thin, and the clear ones like those that Huawei includes in the box do a great job of replacing a super thin case, like one from the Peel series. And best of all, they keep your phone protected from scratches in those first few days when you're not yet used to your new phone and you're most likely to drop it. So what stops Samsung and Apple from bundling a case that probably costs $1 or $2 to manufacture in the box with their super expensive phones? Well, why include one in the box when you can sell it for $40 like Apple does with its clear case for the iPhone XR? Number 3. Wireless charger in the box. Now, this is not something that is common amongst all phones out of China, but we were truly impressed when we saw that the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3, the company's flagship phone for 2019, comes with a beautiful pebble-shaped fast wireless charger in the box for free. Now try explaining that to Apple and Samsung that are either selling their own or supporting sales of other wireless chargers on their official stores, and those chargers cost north of $50. Of course, profits should be made, but so far I've counted about $80 of savings in terms of additional accessories that come for free with, say, a Xiaomi Mi Mix 3, a phone that itself already costs half the price of an iPhone XS. Number 4. Way ahead in terms of battery life. Now this is a bit tentative, but bear with me. Chinese smartphones have been at the forefront when you're looking for handsets with battery life that exceeds expectations. Take devices like the Huawei Mate 20 or the Xiaomi Mi Max series. Back in the day it was the Lenovo P2. Or look at the Moto Play series. Moto is owned by Chinese company Lenovo, by the way. Those are and were phones that often had double the battery life of mainstream phones and can last 2 days off the charger, and sometimes even more. These are the true battery life champions. In this regard, Apple and Samsung are catching up, especially with the latest models. Apple has the iPhone XR, which has a great battery life, and Samsung has the Note 9 with a 4000 mAh battery inside, but mainstream phone makers really need to start taking battery life seriously. Number 5. The right price. Finally, we have price, and this one is a tough pill to swallow. After all, Chinese phone makers often rely on guerrilla marketing and viral campaigns, while often not even selling their phones in physical stores or running any traditional marketing campaigns. But at the end of the day, users see the full retail price, and more people are choosing not to spend exorbitant amounts on modestly evolved phones. We're not suggesting that Samsung and Apple cut prices so they don't make a profit, but being more reasonable will certainly help their sales.
Don't go away, Take My Money is right around the corner with a new spin on home exercise. You'll groan at that joke in a bit. We'll be right back. Now it's time for Take My Money, and as we transition from it's too hot to go outside to it's too cold to go outside, I found something that may knock down some of those excuses for not working out. This bike seems very similar to a popular bike that costs 5 times as much, and it has a smaller footprint, so really it's a movable stationary bike. You can even start with the novice version and upgrade it as you go. Okay, Velo, you can go ahead and take my money and my calories in pounds, but also send me a bike. Thank you for joining us this week. Follow us at The Tech Show TV and join the conversation. Catch you later.